What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Hoping you are having a good one as always. It is 2022. We are back to cracking, and I thought we would start off with what is the greatest figure of 2021, and as far as I'm concerned, probably the greatest figure ever. And I'm not just saying that as an exaggeration. I'll say greatest sixth scale figure ever. I'll correct myself and go that far. Now, if you aren't familiar with this, it is Arthur Morgan, aka the Outlaw Gunslinger from LIM Toys. And man, oh man, did they crush this guy. This figure is just absolutely outstanding. We'll kind of go over all of the good stuff with it. I'm going to try and make this a quick one, even though there is a ton of stuff for this figure. I just know y'all got better things to do. Now, I will say, if you're interested in getting one, I ordered mine from the good old folks at onesixthkit.com, which they do have the second run of these available if you want to get one yourself. You can also get them, I believe, from onesixthkit. Now, I myself have never actually ordered from them, so I can't really give them my complete seal of approval like I can 16 Outfitters. But if you're looking for an alternative to them, 16thkit, I've heard nothing but good things, or 16outfitters.com. They got a good thing going over there. Definitely worth checking out. So as you can see, the box for this guy is amazing. It's pretty much designed like an old kind of deck of playing cards. Really did a nice job with this itself. But to be honest, the figure's where it's all at. So we're just going to go ahead and slide him over to the side. Now, there is a ton of stuff that comes with this guy. And to me, that's one of the big reasons that he is as amazing as I think. Now, the figure itself comes with 3 different head sculpts. As you can see, there are 2 right there. They send you a third separately, which has kind of a mid-beard. So if you want him somewhat scruffy, you can always pop this guy open. We might unbox this at the end if we got time. But for now, I figured I'd leave it sealed. When I played the game, Arthur pretty much looked like this the whole way through. So I was very, very happy about that. If you want to give him a little kiss. Mwah. Close enough. Not really. He's all up in your grill. There you go. Honestly, with this guy, the big thing for me is just the accessories and options that you get. He does have a very, very durable body, which is nice. Pretty good articulation for the most part, so you can get him into a lot of different poses. I can't honestly tell if he's got a double jointed elbow. It feels like a single, but the knees definitely are, so you get a lot of good movement out of there. The feet we'll talk about in a moment. He's got standard boots on, which don't have much ankle movement, but don't worry, they got a fix for that. Also, you can swap out a whole bunch of different hair types. So if you want him to have longer hair, shorter hair, wear the hat, whole bunch of different options there, which we'll kind of breeze through in a moment. And of course, the outfit is phenomenal. They did a really good job with the actual fabric on it. Amazing job with the actual leathering and look. Really just very, very good quality-wise all around. One of my only complaints about this guy, they kind of tried to dirty up his knees, and I don't think it looks too great. But in the end of the day, that's a really, really small complaint. You can always touch that up yourself if you want, or you can just leave it as is, like I probably will. He does have a decent amount of movement in his legs. You're going to be able to pose him pretty well. You can twist that quite a bit up at the hip. And like I said, he's got a good amount of flexibility. All of the joints are pretty strong, though, so he's going to hold basically whatever pose you want to keep him in. But the big thing with this guy is what you're able to do, because they load you the heck up with stuff. Now, when I say he's one of the best figures ever in my mind, that's honestly the reason. This guy was right around $225 before shipping. Comparatively, that's cheaper than Endgame Captain America, which I hate. It's cheaper than a lot of Hot Toys in general, and the stuff that you get is ludicrous. So you're probably looking at this little clamshell here and being like, no, that's not ludicrous at all. Just wait, we got more. So we're going to kind of fly through this as quick as I can. With his feet, they give you a fun little option here, which we'll kind of show you. They actually give you a separate type of boot. For one, you can add the spurs on if you want. These pop off pretty easy. You can put them on the normal shoe. But if you want him to have ankle articulation, you take off the boots that he's got. You use these guys instead, and that'll give him a nice little swivel there, so you can do a whole bunch of different posing. I'm probably going to leave the standard boots on for the time, just for easy kind of museum pose. I don't really need the extra flexibility. I might play around with them eventually, but the fact that they give you that option rather than just going with one or another is really quite crazy to me. Hands. In here he's got a whole bunch more. Note that I said in here, we do have more. He's also got 2 knives. Now, all of the weapons and stuff are plastic, which was kind of a letdown to me. But if you wanted to get any like higher quality knives or anything like that, any of the guns, plenty of options out there. I'm probably going to end up ordering a set of better pistols for him, would be my guess. I might get him like a nice Winchester or something like that. Haven't quite decided how I want to pose him yet, but definitely think I'll end up getting him some extra goodies. As you can see, he does, in this pack itself, come with quite a lot. So I'm just going to kind of try and pull out a bunch one at a time so we can take a real quick look. He's got this beautiful stick bundle of dynamite here. He does come with some individual sticks as well, which is a lot of fun. But if you want him planting the big pile of explosives, you've got that option. As I mentioned, and we'll get to the heads in a moment, he's got a little pocket watch here. I'm not going to dig it out because it's kind of a pain to get. Well, we'll see if we can, just to give you a close-up of it, because it is really quite impressive. There we go. They did a really darn good job with that feller. This, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what it's supposed to be. I don't remember it from the game. I know it's a plant that he's carrying around. It might be one of the herbs that you can heal or cook with. I really don't remember. Somebody will know. I'm never going to use it because I genuinely don't know what it is. So it's just going to kind of be an extra one. But that's okay, because like I said, you get a lot of other good stuff here. If we can dig it all out. Well, the history of dropping stuff continues. Get the little remedy there for you in case he gets sick and needs a health potion. You got that on hand. And if you want to make him sicker, he comes with cigarettes. And honestly, just the detail that they put in these accessories is really what kind of blows me away. Because a lot of this stuff they didn't really need to do. But the fact that you get it all is quite outstanding. Now, as you can probably see, he's got a little pencil. I'm not going to pull it out because it's a pain. But he also comes with his journal. And this was something that just really blew my mind. Try and open this feller up real fast. But they actually took the time to go through and do almost every page in here pretty well. So you can kind of open it up. He's got a whole bunch of sketches in there. There is some text. Somewhere in here he's got some letters and stuff. But really, there we go. They just kind of outdid themselves, I guess is the best way to put it. I mean, it's really just absolutely incredible. So that kind of blew me away that they did that. And really with this figure, that's sort of kind of the MO. The more I've gone through it, the more little things that I've noticed, and I've just sort of been, kind of blown away by. This being a big one of them. Small little things really, really add up, and with this figure, kind of makes it go a long, long way. Now we do have one of his other head sculpts right here, if you want to give that one a pucker. This is the short beard one, or no beard, I guess I should say. I'm not going to use that one. I pretty much always had him scruffy, so for me, I might kit bash with it, make another figure, just kind of do a generic cowboy. Who knows? But you do get that option for those that want it. And you can swap out the hair. So if you want him to wear the hat, they've actually got a shorter hair and a longer hair version that are a bit thinner on top, so that the hat actually rests pretty well on it. Now in the game, I lost my hat so often that I'm not going to actually use it at any point, but you can see that it does fit a lot snugger, a lot more snug on that smaller head sculpt there. So if you do want to go the hat, just switch out to that hair type and you'll be good to go. They do have little instructions on swapping the hair. You kind of want to be a little bit careful with it, just because you have to kind of flex it a bit, and you don't want to ruin the paint or potentially break it. So if you do swap it out, just kind of be careful with that. Now, honestly, like I said, you get a lot of stuff with this guy. I wasn't lying. That was kind of tray one, and here's the good stuff with tray number 2. Now, initially when I got this, I did an unboxing video and kind of stopped midway because I was a bit confused by some stuff. So I reached out to 1/6 Outfitters to see if they could give me any sort of detail and insight as to what was going on, and they filled me in pretty well. So when they made this figure, as you can see, they have slots for a lot of the stuff. The bow doesn't necessarily fit in there. Those are for the shotgun shells. They flew out. A lot of the stuff just didn't fit correctly the way it should, and as a result of that, you end up getting some pieces that were flopping around inside the box. Now me, unfortunately, I did not get the sheriff's star, so I actually was missing a piece, but they are going to go ahead and send out the replacement to me. But one thing you will potentially notice, especially with the first wave, is that you're going to get some items that'll come in these nice stickers or nice bags with a little LIM Toys seal on them, and then you're going to get other stuff in these sort of weird hard plastic containers. These were all things that were basically floating around in the box. So like this one, I've got the magnet for the badge, a bunch of the bullets, one of the head pegs. But basically, since they weren't sealed, they ended up doing smaller packages for them. Most of them are going to be complete. You shouldn't have any issues with it. Like I said, for mine, the only thing I was missing was the sheriff's star, which isn't a huge deal to me. I'm not going to make him a sheriff anytime soon. But we will go ahead and try and fly through all of this stuff as quickly as we can. I'm going to rapid fire a lot of this, just because, like I said, I don't want the video to be too terribly long. Well, there's a lot here. So you do get a nice little shoulder satchel. I'll probably pull that out at some point and use it for him. It is all fabric-y. Might be, looks like fake leather. Now my concern with that, with all fake leather, is that it'll tend to flake over time, which I do have that concern with the bandoliers and the belts and such as well. But those tend to be easy things you can replace. A lot of people do 6 skill cowboy stuff, so that's not too big of a deal. So I got that there. I've got a nice bandolier that you can load up with bullets and put over his shoulder. This I probably will give him at some point. I haven't quite decided, but it's just kind of a fun one that we can set over yonder for now. Like I said, we got the bullet pack. We don't need to look too much more at that. He does come with a scarf and a little bandana in case you want him to be all incognito. That's also got the shotgun shells in there as well. Beautiful rope in case you want to do some lassoing. Probably not going to use it myself, to be honest. It's one of those things where if I had a 6th scale horse, I'd potentially get some use out of it. Maybe have him tying up a bad guy, but probably not going to see much of that myself. And then the more important one, the belt with the double holsters. Pretty dang cool. Now he does have one for the knife and then one for the gun, so you get some good options there. You can kind of decide how you want to set him up. All of the holsters do actually slide off, so if you didn't want him to have the knife on there, you could take it off. If you wanted him to only wield one gun for some reason, you can basically just slide those pieces right off. I haven't taken them out of the bag yet just because, well, for one, I'm lazy, and for two, I haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to display this fella yet. But in all honesty, these guys, from my understanding, the first wave sold out really, really fast, and I kind of wanted to get a video done quickly in case people were thinking about getting one. Now he does come with some extra gloved hands as well. Don't really need to look too closely at them, but they did do a very, very nice job on them. They attach pretty dang easy. This part's really flexible, so it moves around the arm pretty well. I honestly don't even know where to start with this. We're going to go with the lantern. Start with the non-deadly. Now the lantern's really cool. You do have to hook the handle onto it separately, which is kind of annoying, but it actually does light up. If I can get it. There we go. It's a little finicky, but you do get a nice little light out of it, so that's kind of fun. It does come with batteries, so you don't have to worry about that, which was very nice of them. Like I said, you get some individual sticks of dynamite. I'm not going to pull them out. They're pretty straightforward. Well, let's see if we can grab one easy. Look at this guy. Nope. Alright, they're going to stay in there. You, of course, get a double set of pistols for him. And these are plastic. Like I said, I might end up getting some metal ones for him. You can move the hammer. You can also rotate the cylinder, but it's pretty fragile. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm thinking of getting them some separate ones. Also, I kind of want to do gold, so I may swap those out and get some gold ones. He does have these very cool double-barreled shotguns, which also are plastic, so I may end up swapping them out as well. You can load the bullets in there if you want, so that's kind of fun, or you can have him, ejecting the shells, doing some cool stuff with that, so you get a lot of fun posability there. He, of course, has a bow and one arrow. The bow you can kind of see, so to save time, I'm just going to leave it in there. Actually, I'll pull that one out. They did do a really cool arrowhead on that. I thought that was pretty neat. Let's see if we can get a decent focus on it. It's kind of got a nice, cool stone look. So that I thought was fun. Now the actual bow, the reason I did want to pull it out is just to show you there is a bit of play with the actual string. I would not leave it resting in a stretched position just because it's going to wear it down, but if you're doing an occasional pose with it, you definitely have that option. And then he's got the good old repeater, which honestly I might get him another one. Really, I might just load him up with different gun accessories because these are good. They definitely did a great job quality-wise, but I do think getting some metal ones would be a little better for him, just because I really like the figure myself. Not something you would need to do by any means, but me personally, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and pull the trigger, pun intended. Also get a little Molotov cocktail, which is kind of fun. Now the rag can actually pull out, so just be careful with that if you're playing around with it at any point. But they did a really cool job with that one. I thought that was just excellent. And you also get, these are going to be a little trickier to get to, but no biggie. Nice little coffee cup for him. And you also get an actual pot that you can use for coffee. It does have a lid. right there next to the Molotov that I'm not going to bother pulling out because you don't really need to see a metal lid for it, but you do get that as well. I said metal, but that's also plastic, just in case you were wondering. Now, personally, I kind of want to get one of the Doc Holliday figures that's coming out and have like one holding the cup of coffee, one holding the teacup, doing a little cup stare down. I think that could be a lot of fun. Go ahead and tuck that in there. And really, the last big things we got to look at comes with a beautiful extra jacket if you want that. And then they did a great job with the base. Now, the base of the figure you do have to build, which isn't too terrible. I say build, that's an exaggeration. Really, you just put the logs into place, and then he's got this little kind of resting stovetop attachment that you can plop on there if you want. The actual base itself is pretty dang gorgeous. It's got a nice looking top to it. Now I still have a little sticker on it. Well, let's see if we can fix that real quick. Give it some shine. Come on. There we go. That's just beautiful. But they really did do a good job with it. It kind of looks like it says Gunslinger, but that's alright. It's definitely a G. But honestly, really impressed with this overall. And I managed to almost do that in under 20 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it on up there. Like I said, if you are interested in getting this guy, 1/6 or 1/6 Outfitters will have them. I'll put links down in the description below like usual. Got a whole bunch of fun stuff coming up, so that should be exciting. I think I'm going to try and get Ninja Catwoman done this week, but then I got a Rex, I got a King Tut, I got Berserk Guts. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff on the way. Also, if you're interested, I officially joined Getter, which is Donald Trump's version of Twitter. Hilarious that he chose the name Getter, but it's a thing apparently. So if you want to find me, I am there at Figure Kraken. We're going to try and just share some pictures of toys, upcoming deals that are coming out, new figures that are releasing, all of that good stuff. Hopefully just kind of bring some light fun to that potentially terrifying world. So feel free to join me over there if you'd like. I'll eventually be getting a Discord set up, so that'll also be kind of fun. You can keep an eye out for that as well. I'll kind of post little updates here once I have more info on that going. But in the meantime, thank you all so much. It has been a pleasure. Looking forward to opening a whole bunch of stuff this year. We'll see you next time.